the pumpkin spice latte, but bulk, everyone gravitates towards that. But I do dig it, good things comes to those who
work for it.
Yeah.
And those that want it.
It's how hungry you are.
Oh, I'm very hungry, Husky. You don't have to ask me that.
I'm also very hungry.
I'm looking at Hello Panda. and my question is, do you guys have enough?
Good question. We need to check the storage.
Because I want to eat more.
Me too.
The problem is, enough never feels enough. That's the problem. Anyways, right now we're jumping into the pick and bans here. Coach Sabo banning out Eve. Coach Buyo banning out the Jushin. Probably a Fanny is in our future as well. It's really on Coach Sabo that has more flexibility with the bans here. And they're taking their time.
Fanny and Chip for red side. You could go back down to Literally Fanny, Chip, and Jusin.
Or Fanny Cho.
Fanny Cho as well. I mean, the Jusin has been led through by some teams. Hilda banned out by Legion. That one was kind of a given. But I think Legion is also one of the few teams that that sometimes actively goes to the alpha more than assassins when they have a chance. So this Hilda ban does give a good indicator what Joe wants.
Probably looking at those assassins. Again, a lot of assassins that he can use for sure. The Mongols should be able to see this coming, so maybe putting an oppressor down in the EXP lane is going to be a good answer for that. The Fanny gets banned out. Legion Esports, what is going to be the final ban here? If they ban out the Hilda, they got to consider banning out the Cho as well, because going over to Mongols is going to be very, very difficult. But no, they're banning out the Matilda, making sure not a lot of fast rotations coming in from the Mongols.
That does make the Cho more appealing to Legion as the first pick, right? So, because now you don't really have a Matilda Express anymore. So if you want to go for pickoffs, Legion Esports can definitely consider that. But we also know that they now rock the Franco, so that could always be kind of that secret pocket pick. If Nar can play Franco, the Kaja is definitely in that hero pool too.
Last ban here by the Mongols. They're really discussing this one. They're considering what is going to be the trade-off. What are they willing to give for the first pick, and then they get back in the second two picks. I wonder if they want something like a Joe Suyo.
You could take Chip, you could let Chip go. Excuse me. They banned the Gatot, and maybe you pick like Aurora +1, right? Like AOE to do with the Chip. So the Hylos would be the first pick for Legion.
Fun fact: after Legion Esports Game 2 win versus RRQ Akira, Daylight now ranks #1 in turret damage per minute in a game, 3,571, and the 7th in highest gold per minute in the game, 1,000 on the dot in all time. M Series records all time? What?
All time.
All time.
All time highest turret damage too. Wow.
That's one way to make a name for yourself. Let me tell you that.
This could be the last ride in the wildcard, but hey, you leave with a bang, right? At least you bring back some world record.
That's in your resume for sure.
That's in your resume for sure. Maybe remember, every single time we talk about these stats, down the road, Daylight is going to be part of that Hall of Fame. Suyo Aurora would be the next two picks for Legion.
Yeah, you were talking about in Legion, pick it up. Mongols going more traditional here, picking up the Khalid, picking up the Alpha. Honestly, Bruno would be pretty good here just to have that lane oppression, to help out the Khalid, to help out the Alpha, because both can be lane bullies in their own right. But if they don't want Bruno, probably pick up a mid laner that can deal with the Aurora. Something like a Vexana if you want more control.
Valentina is not
Valentina
too bad.
is not bad as well.
You can steal the glacial, the frigid glacier, and what do you call it? Glorious Pathway.
Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't sure which direction you were going, but now I see. Now I see.
Yeah. Glorious Pathway. I mean, the Cho is still open. That might be something that Mongols might consider banning. Yeah, so they pick the Cho themselves, which is okay.
Yeah, well, you've been hitting the drafts here. Very good on you, Husky. But now we got to look at the gold lane here. I wonder if Legion Esports will eventually think about banning out the Granger, because so far the Mongols showed the Granger really for the Lui. I'm not so sure if they will use the Granger like as a staple in like any game you can pick up the Granger, you know?
Yeah, I don't think so too. I think here you could consider Bruno, so you don't ban out Bruno, right? You ban out like Beatrix, Nathan, Harith, and then you get first pick Bruno. But that is under the premise that Legion Esports lets it through completely, so they would keep the marksman pool open. They ban Tigro instead, which I do like. You remove some setup from Legion.
Yep. The Tigro kind of shows that whatever your marksman is going to pick up does not want to use a Purify. Thinking about a Beatrix here. Honestly, even Bruno does not want to use the Purify. Nathan is okay to use the Purify, so maybe that's not what they're aiming for. Whenever I see a Tigro kind of ban, I'm thinking like either the jungler doesn't like it or the gold laner doesn't like it. Alpha doesn't like it for sure, but I'm just opening up my options and thinking that RenXK also doesn't want to use Purify here.
Even sometimes when you play Moskov, you would prefer the Flicker in certain case. So Loi banned out by Legion. This is a hero that, in fact, now that I look back, it has been let through in the entire first series.
I mean, it's the same argument as a Chip, right? You're not a good Luyi player, you're a good Luyi team. So not every team is going to be picking it up. I mean, even Incilia lost with it.
That's true. They did. It's been quite shaky, right? The win rate in the wildcard. The Edith ban. Also one of the few heroes that...
Okay, never mind. Now I see the ban. The ban is for Alpha. The Alpha wants to have a better time whenever he's engaging in a fight.
Edith really has kind of dipped in appearance rate. Why is that the case? Like, is Edith not favorable anymore?
Is favorable, but not gonna lie, it is one of those heroes that you have to get comfortable with using because there's this very intricate mechanic of making sure that you have maximum damage on your Primal Wrath, and not a lot of players are comfortable with it in the heat of the battle. But yeah, we were talking about Bruno. The Bruno now picked up by the Mongols. Both the Beatrix as well as the Natan is open for them to consider. Maybe even consider the higher. Maybe Harf is not good here.
I mean, you did say that the Edith ban is for the Edith and Tigro ban are for the Alpha. Also helps the Bruno, right?
Yeah.
So when he gets the Malefic Gun, I'm not sure how Legion is going to get to it.
I don't know about the Beatrix because they're going up against a Cho. You want a Purify.
I think Natan.
Yeah, Natan is solid because Natan is fine with using a Purify here unless Legion they really want to take a risk by picking up a hero like I don't know, Harith?
Harith
can use a Purify, yeah.
So they take Harith and Jawhead.
So it looks like this Hylos is going to the EXP. And with that information, Mongols can decide whether the Cho is going EXP or Roam. Because so far, Cho has been flexed around for quite a bit.
Who would you rather match the Jawhead? Like in the Roam role? Cho or Khalid?
Khalid. Actually, no. The Cho can escape. No, never mind. Cho. Because I was thinking if the Jawhead misthrows, then the Khalid can actually deal the damage. Even if the Khalid dies, maybe the Khalid can take someone with him. But yeah, no, it's safer Cho.
Yeah, at least you can sort of negate the toss with the Shunpo. Harder to catch too. I think, yeah, you can sort of avoid the unstoppable force with your Shunpo too, right? Oh my goodness, I've been talking about this, like, I think I've been talking to you and a couple of our colleagues about Veil. Never really thought that I would see him.
I mean, in the Philippines, they've been trying it out. So we'll see. Veil, very strong crowd control. The damage has been nerfed a bit, but not saying that the damage is bad. The damage is still there.
Yeah.
You just gotta hit your skills. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. Veil has, the crowd control range is actually pretty long. You could reach far targets. And the burst damage is out of this world. Like, you get clip, it's lights out. And I mean, yeah, Harith has the Purify, but Harith likes to be up close and personal.
This is the match where potentially Legion Esports, if they win this one, they have the potential to actually go to the decider match. But if Mongols wins game number 1, their dreams will be crushed. Welcome to the Land of Dawn.
One team still has some signs of life, but the other here to deliver the verdict of death. We'll see if the Mongols would crush the hopes and dreams of the last light of the Mekong region representative. Of course, we got Legion Esports on the blue side and the Mongols on the red. This time, the jungling path is the complete opposite.
Interesting. Meow is solo getting the turret. Oh,
yeah. So the lane swap again. They did the lane swap again.
Yeah. Now Hehe is going to absorb. I mean, like, to be fair, Hehe he was an EXP laner, was a gold laner, now it's a mid laner, so he feels right at home.
Yeah, it's going to get brought back in, but does survive. Shenlin gets gone on. Smart Missiles almost took him down. Both teams disengage.
And to answer the question, looks like Bankai will be using the Cho as an EXP. So This is going to be a roam Khalid, which is something that I did forget. Shenlin was the one that uses the Khalid, and Shenlin really stops the movement of the mid trio from the opposing side. So this is more about comfort, I believe.
Both roamers even went for the encourage enchantment for their roam boots. It's all about raw power and damage.
Not gonna lie, even roam boots, I just use encourage nowadays. I rarely use conceal unless I'm using a catching hero like a Kaja.
That is true. Or Cho. I mean, Cho probably is the next candidate. So this lane strat, I guess, is a lot more manageable for Cho. It was able to shove the wave in fast thanks to the concussive blast clear. So it takes an early recall just in time for the turtle to spawn.
Oh, right now, Nart goes in.
Hey, Flicker. Freeze Snaky does get out. Good crowd control response. Again, a disengage from both teams. Mongols wants control of the turtle, but this Aurora will make it a bit difficult. He's going to catch the bottom wave to hit level 4. Shenlin loses majority of his health. Flicker kick from Bankai. They jump onto Joe. First blood going over to Shenlin. Meow gets the law in order. Shenlin will flicker over the wall. Another knockup onto Hey. He doesn't have level 4. Bankai honor him with the Jit Kundo. Zetsu works on the objective. I think Legion Esports will just have to give it up.
I feel like Legion Esports hovering around there is already not a good idea. You just lost your jungler. Might as well go somewhere else around the map and get as much farm as you can. Bankai so far is not getting punished at all by the EXP Aurora in the early game. And now going to the top lane, Shenlin is looking at Daylight. Mickey
Punish him.
Whoa, that's a lot of damage even with the Purify being used.
Yeah. Purify actually did nothing. He
he did nothing.
He
was
still ate
stuck.
everything. So they bring Nart here to try and secure the crab. He's not going to get it, right?
Hold on.
Oh, that's a crit.
Yep. Legion Esports, I would say the previous fight was a little bit messy from their side. Looks like the targeting was a little bit unclear because Nart was aiming for someone else. Hehe was aiming for someone else. Joe looked like he was unsure whether to go for Nart or Hehehe. So they were trying on multiple angles, where I believe if you're using a catch composition, just focus on one. Make sure you kill one person and then you're good.
Yeah. And also because they did the lane swap, so the Aurora didn't hit level 4 since the side lane waves crashed so much later than the mid wave, so he couldn't catch it in time. If he had that Frigid Glacier, that would have made all the difference.
And now the Mongols having 1,000 gold lead. Shenlin again being quite good at managing Legion Esports, making sure that they're unable to move forward. And now they're just camping that bush, waiting for Nart to move through. And Bankai looks like he's sniffing someone is close. He does have the weight of dragon. So honestly, the Mongols, they're A-okay to start a fight at any time because they have a lot of ways to initiate. Meiki can initiate, Shenlin can initiate, Zetsu can initiate, Bankai can initiate. All these,
you know, dark areas, it's going to be a tough thing for Legion to crack. Like, you need Meow or Nart to kind of walk in and open the map a little bit. Like you mentioned, Lafel, so much catch potential. Second turtle will be up. Bankai already in the bush. Really kick and solo kill topside by Daylight.
Yeah, Bruno is the problem. Hey, you know what? One of the OG problems in lane is that RA.
We tossed away from Nart. So no toss for another 10 seconds. Bankai is going to prime up the Jit Kundo. Flicker. Good cancel. The unstoppable force. Bankai not able to find the kick, but still Mongols wants to take the fight. Split up by the Glorious Halfway. Meiki on the retreat, and Bankai still soaking out the damage. One last toss. He goes down.
Well, Bankai is doing his job as an EXP laner. He's trying to put so much pressure into the backline. So you're separating the team, and now they're on the Meow.
Re-engage from Shenlin. Raging Sandstorm committed. Meiki doesn't land his abilities. Not go onto him as the turtle gets secured by Legion Esports. And now they go for more. Joe wants the damage. Shenlin soaking it out with a quicksand guard to buy time for Zetsu to get a kill.
No!
Misses the Spell Alpha! And he goes down. He finds the kill.
Oh, Husky, that was painful. There were 4 members, and he went in between. Moment of silence.
That was a disaster. Oh my god!
Well, returning of the 1v1.
That's a Haas Claw effect, I think.
Our job is to talk, but I feel like we need a breather here.
So he almost got solo killed the second time. He just healed up off the Haas Claw and found the trade. So that's Bruno for you in a nutshell.
Misplays have been happening, folks, on both ends. Mongols going up against Legion. Right now, it doesn't look like one-sided at all. So either team has a very good chance of winning this one. The Mongols, though, I kind of feel like scaling. I feel like the Veil scales a bit better than Aurora.
I wholeheartedly agree. And again, this Purify from Daylight, they're gonna go on to him. No Purify, no Flicker, he is gone.
Yeah, Shenlin wasn't there. Shenlin can't help out. Look at Bankai. Bankai, I wonder if he can catch Suyo, but no, his target is gonna be the high loss.
It's gonna be a bit tough. They don't have enough damage, even with the Alpha and Veil. So Daylight will cash in on the top tier 1. They finally free him from the Bruno.
Or free the Bruno from him. So far, the score is 1-1, Husky.
Yeah.
You know, like Harv got a kill and the Bruno got a kill.
Yeah, Bruno did die twice. Going order onto Bankai. He's gonna get tossed back by Nar with the Flicker, preemptive one. And he will end up going down. Shenlin couldn't get over the wall. Good stun from the Blaze Surge. Killing spree for Joe. 3 down for the Mongols. Renix K just respawn. Uses the Flicker, dashes away with the sliding tackle. Saved by Makey.
Yeah, but overall, Legion Esports, they got the mid lane turret. That's huge because now they can start controlling the buffs as well. And this is good for Narn. As a Jawhead, having a lot of bushes to work with, that feels amazing. And seeing how the team moves around him, making it so that whenever he does catch someone with the ejector, a kill will follow suit.
Especially if we say that Bankai has been doing his due diligence, Nart also has been doing a fantastic job. And Renix K, he's just not catching a break.
Ooh, yeah, he needs to be a little bit more careful here. Like, he has to consider that. As strong as I am, the Harv is pretty strong as well. The Harv already has 2 items when the Bruno only has 1. The Bruno only has the Hoskklaw, while the Harv has the Feather of Heaven as well as the Starlim Scythe.
Yeah, so that's a back-to-back death in like a 2-minute window, right? So now he's 1k behind Daylight, which in of itself is already horrible news. Doesn't have much map to work with. Bankai forced to use the kick. Joe still chasing it on the top side. As the rest of Legion Esports just a steal possession. Renix K!
Oh no!
Not again!
No! Oh, I mean, this is good if you're a Legion Esports fan, but if you're a Mongols fan, you'll be like, just let him play the game.
Yeah, we just had a quote of him talking
He just saw
about
a minion.
he just won on wave.
He just won a minion.
We literally had have him talking about resetting the mental. This is one way to break it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you really want to break someone, this is how you do it.
Keep ganking him over and over again. He's like, he'll never see it coming. We ganked him 3 times. What are the chances we gank him 4 times?
Doesn't help that there's a jaw hit, right? So you can't even get away from him. He locks onto you, you're dead.
Oh.
They will try. The choke can get the kick off. Narn will flicker.
Yeah, this time you can see everyone is on Renix K.
The glorious pathway just a bit short, so Zetsu gets to walk out of it safely. Now the problem is, Renix K has nowhere to go. He has nowhere to farm.
His entire team has to move around with him. And now the Lord is going to spawn. So the Mongols, personally for me, maybe use this time to farm up.
I don't know. On the defense, right?
Bankai can potentially get a good kick, but I'm just worried that any form of engage that the Mongols have will be punished. So this is the better choice. Find farm while everyone is preoccupied with the Lord.
Yeah. It has definitely the game plan will have to shift. It's protecting Renix K. He's the win condition. You gotta somehow allow him to survive. Oh, Jikun don't miss. Bankai is gonna eat it. Good counter engage. The burst is right there from the Mongols as they blow up 2 members of Legion. The freeze will miss. Good pick off by the Mongols.
I was about to say good on Nart using the unstoppable force to cancel out the way of the dragon, but the damage though.
Holy cow!
The damage.
Wow, the Daylight disappeared.
Oh, dude, everyone disappeared. I blinked, and that was my mistake. Just to see the itemization for the Veil, in case anyone is wondering, is the Genius one and now the Glowing one. Just 2 items. And once he hits his abilities, lights out.
Yeah. In the old days, you do take Lightning Truncheon, but he doesn't even have it, and he is blowing people up.
I wonder if he just wants to go for the Divine Glaive or the Holy Crystal Streak.
I think Divine Glaive is, I think both are good if they can somehow keep getting these pickouts. Holy Crystal would be a big bonus. Bankai does have the flicker. So they will try to fish for something. Zaman Force is out. Daylight will do just enough damage to break the top tier 2. But I mean, Mongols put up a super good defense just with the pickoff.
Considering his 6,000 gold difference, they're doing quite good.
Yeah,
they're doing quite good. And the Veil so far is 0-0 and 2. He keeps on getting the levels, and with more levels, the more his movement speed is, the more difficult it is for someone to catch him.
Yeah, every single assist he gets, right? Takedown he gets. So that's 2 out of 10 stacks for Meiki. That's 16 extra movement speed. Another toss. This time they do found Densu. The jungler is gone. Malefic Gun just got purchased by Renix K, but the Mongols need to think about escaping. Meiki, Shinlin all on the retreat, and they will be able to get out.
The Mongols need one good engage here by Shinlin. Once that engage happens, they can deal damage!
Hey, with the flicker into a toss again, there's just no escape. Shinlin ends up falling. Sanjo!
Oh my goodness!
What clips him on the edge with that? Bankai completely just messes up the rotation. Almost goes down to the synchro fissure. Oh, this Liga just broke one out the inhibitor.
I didn't know 8,000 gold would translate to that kind of damage. Like that looked like they had no fighting chance.
That was a Bruno with Malefic Gun.
Oh, dude,
I thought it was far enough.
Okay, Daylight is impressive, but honestly, Meiki is impressive as well. Being down 8,000 gold and doing that much damage against a team that has a Harif, has the Jawhead, like, not bad. The Veil is doing not bad damage.
This Jawhead is actually a big problem.
I mean, if the pressure doesn't stop, oh yeah, the problem is there.
Such a big issue. Unfortunately for the Mongols, there is no chance of even contesting this one.
It's funny, Husky, you were asking me how Jawhead, like, who would you rather fight against the Jawhead? Is it the Cho or is it the Khalid? And apparently it's neither, it's the Bruno. Their aim is like, you know what, we're just fighting Bruno. It's like, guys, come on, I wasn't even part of the conversation. Why am I here?
He's getting dragged in, his collateral. Well, started as collateral, now he is just the main target. He's going for Rose Gold Media next.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, he just got the Magic Blade at least.
The Magic Blade, I feel like it's enough for now because he's scrambling for gold. He's almost 2,000 gold behind compared to Daylight.
They should be able to clear out the Lord, but they will have to give up some structures. Spot inhibitor goes down, another attempt to stumble force. Nard finds the toss, Densu just gonna go down, he disappears, vaporized by Daylight. They find the kill onto Nard, but they need to take down the Lord. Good freeze, the Frigid Glacier from and Legion Esports will take game number 1.
Legion Esports is one step towards getting out of groups. They defeated the Mongols. They need to do it one more time. But based on that, if my calculations is correct, this means that RRQ Akira does not have a chance to get out of groups.
Yep. Well, the hopes for Legion Esports, for the whole of Vietnam, is still burning. There's still a flicker of the flame, but they have at the same time extinguished whatever is left for RRQ Akira. The second seed from the Latam region will unfortunately have to bid goodbye, despite not even being on the stage to play for the series yet. But Legion Esports have shut the door for one of the teams. Now they've created an advantage, or at least a room of breather for themselves.
Yeah, honestly, like, the Veil did quite a lot of damage, right? It's just that the setup was not there.
Yeah.
This is just me, because I just feel comfortable. But anyways, like, Legion Esports is doing so good. I like how in the early game, nothing much really happened. But then once they start applying the pressure, the Jawhead really was a problem.
Yeah. It started with one gank on the top side after both the marksmen solo kill each other once. Nard shows up, kills Renix K, he responds, gets killed again, and then he respawns and he dies again. He dies 3 times in a row. And that was the end, like he has no space to farm anymore.
This is one of those games where Renix K would just be like, guys, come on, man. I mean, like,
guys, like, please, I need help, please. What do you want me to do?
Come my lane. Come my lane. Like, at least open up the map. Let me know where the Jawhead is.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Like, yeah, like, that Jawhead was a problem. Like, Nard was a problem. Like, your scaler can't farm. Like, how can you... Like, Renix K could have played much more safely. For sure. He could have been more careful with his positioning. But at one point, you got to realize that, okay, he's not having a good time. Someone's got to help him.
Someone's got to help him. I would expect that to be Shenlin and Bankai. Bankai is technically having a pretty tough time against Nart because he kept getting the all kept getting cancelled by the Unstoppable Force. And then every time Shenlin shows up, he gets tossed and then he goes down. So now no one dares to fight this jaw hit.
It's actually quite good that Nart has not been kicked by the Cho, even though the Cho targeted him so many times, right? Yeah. The Unstoppable Force, the timing is like, at one point even Bankai could have just played around and not kicked him, let him use the Unstoppable Force first and then kick him, but I understand he probably can't survive that long.
Yeah, I mean, Nart is also pretty patient. That is also one of the few times you see that slight reduction in knockup duration come into play.
Yes.
And on top of that, Nart just, you have that millisecond to respond to the combo from the Cho.
That's a good shout, Husky. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, because the knockup has been nerfed in terms of the time that you actually get knocked up.
Yeah.
You have more time to respond.
Yeah, usually you can hardly respond. I don't think you have enough time, but
no,
now
you do.
Enough time, yeah. Small details.
Especially, I wasn't looking at the items. If Nart had the resilience boost.
He had tough boots.
He had tough boots, so yeah, even more.
Even more.
Definitely can respond to that. So looking at the damage here, Daylight dealt a lot of damage, and Makey almost caught up. 51,000 damage, and Makey was not touched at all. Only receiving 8,000 damage. He was barely, he was able to deal damage without taking a lot of damage. So he played the Veil as best as he can.
Yeah, and the good thing about Veil is that he doesn't even need to be the one that one-shots people, right? Like, your burst damage is enough that even if you don't take your target out, you chunk them down low enough for the rest of your team to go in for the cleanup. So this Veil, I can see it working. I definitely think that it has its merits. The unfortunate part was that Legion snowballed a bit too fast for Mongols to recover.
Yep, and now we gotta look at the MVP of the game. The MVP is going over to Nart, man. Like, he makes you have a headache.
Yeah,
and that's the best compliment you can give to a roamer. You know what? You're a headache.
You are a piece of work. I hate you so much. It's like a good actor, right? Like, it's not when they play the villain.
Exactly.
You hate that character, but he did a pretty good job for you to hate him.
Yeah, Nart really played the role very, very well. He's just like, there's no way that he thinks we're gonna gank him again, right?
Yeah.
So we just keep doing it.
I think like compliments have the way that people accept compliment has evolved. Usually people want to hear, "Oh, you play so well.
You did a good job."
Yeah, but now people just like, "Are you hacking?" No, I'm not. I just play good.
Yeah, that's the way.
If people accuse you of something,
why can't I kick you?
Yeah, if you get accused of something, you probably are doing something right.
Yep. Nart, man,
his first item was Dom Ice, if I remember correctly. He was so far ahead. He bought Dom Ice first item, and then the rest was history.
Definitely something that you have to consider within the banning phase. Because if we remember, a lot of the heroes like the Tigreal, I forgot the other hero, but again, all Edith.
Yeah, Edith.
Heroes that you don't want to use a Purify on. And Jahid is also another of those heroes. Like, if you don't use Purify, I'm going to get you.
Yeah. You're unstoppable, right? Literally unstoppable. They follow you until the very ends of the world. And Tigreal used to be one of the answers to Jawhead. Like, oh, you toss me, I'm going to get your whole team in the back line. But there was no Tigreal this game.
I didn't even notice that, but Nart even used the Flicker to reposition so that Bankai is even further back than he was supposed to be. Yeah. And all this while, all the good catches, man.
This preemptive Flicker, like, it's so fast from Nart. Like, poor Bankai, man. He's like doing his best to get a setup, but because of this jaw hit, he cannot do anything. I mean, Rinne's case is a special case.
And again, that veil damage was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was Nart's highlight, but we get to see some of Makey's plays.
It just cannot, like, your front line doesn't survive long enough. And Nart is so far ahead that he is running forward. Was it this one that Rinne's K went down? Like, he had a... Oh wait, this was after he went down. Yeah.
Again, I feel like the Mongols could do it. It's just that they don't know how to react. I feel like that's the problem. Where when we say teams have a problem that they just like react.